Hi, I'm Jamie with The Saving Secret, where I help you be more intentional with your money. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to maximize your health savings account. No matter who you have with a particular account or who your custodian is, I'm going to show you how you can transfer from your existing custodian into Fidelity. Very simple process that Fidelity can help you. We're going to talk about why Fidelity is a superior custodian to a lot of the other custodians out there. So let's jump into it. So if you're familiar with an HSA, obviously it's important to invest in it, not just use it for your medical expenses, but if you can actually put that money towards investing. Now, one of the things that separates Fidelity from a lot of the competition is if you see over here, there's no account fees or minimums with your account. You know, Health Equity, they claim they're the largest. That's currently who mine is with through my employer. And to be honest with you, I run into a lot of challenges with Health Equity. They have very limited options of investing options. I think there's about 15 options that I have to invest in. They have a minimum that I need to have at least $2,000 in order to invest. And there's just monthly fees that the more money you save, the more money they make. And so it just isn't a very good plan for me. And so I wanted to look at a different way of how can I gain access to Fidelity that has no account fees or minimum to really maximize your investing. So if we look on it, you know, I can talk through what Fidelity, why they're the best. But again, you can look through it. They're investing on cash. They're making over 4.5% in just keeping it in cash if you wanted to leave there. But obviously, if you wanted to invest in it, there's lots of different options. They've been voted the best HSA in the industry, you know, depending on if you want to look at Morningstar or Investor Business Daily, they all just clearly take the cake when it comes to this. Now, you might be saying, Jamie, this is great. I love, you know, the idea of investing and watching it grow tax-free, but I don't have a Fidelity. My employer determines who I invest with. Well, let me show you something that's called transferring an HSA. Now, transferring an HSA is extremely powerful. And so you can have your current employer who they're using, whether it's Health Equity, you can actually request a transfer. So what this allows you to do is allows you to move. And so it's a simple process. And there's two ways. There's one that you can do a pull, which is Fidelity activates it. Fidelity, they're pulling the information from your existing, or you can do a push. So first we'll talk about pull. So Fidelity, if you just open up an account with Fidelity, even if you don't have an HSA, you can basically move funds over here. They show you, you can request a transfer. You can do this online. They're going to ask for your assets. They'll process it. It'll take 2 to 3 weeks, and then they'll deposit your assets in your HSA account, which is pretty neat. But what do they need from you? They need your HSA's provider name and address, statement form from your HSA provider, and you can do that. And so once you have your money in with Fidelity, you get this world-class service. It'd be great. But then you might be saying, but that sounds like a lot of paperwork. You know, sometimes you have to have a PDF and you need to sign. And so that's if you orchestrate what I call the pull method. But if you do the push method, let's say you have Health Equity. So you have Health Equity and you have $2,000 or you have a certain amount of investment money in your account. And I'm going to show you currently I have a health savings account with about $2,000 in it. And I want to move money from my existing health savings account into it. So I'm going to show you there's this really cool feature that you can navigate to. You click on this support. You click on health savings account. You click fill out a form. And then this is one that's called HSA partial transfer out request. Move part of your health savings account funds directly to another custodian, to the far superior Fidelity HSA. So if we click on this, you're going to come over here and it's going to show you the HSA partial transfer request. So it'll have your information. Obviously, you need to be logged into your health savings account with Health Equity. It'll have that information pre-populated in the the beginning. And then you're going to need to leave at least $25 in cash. So if you saw, mine was a little bit over that. And then you're going to need to authorize Health Equity to perform this partial transfer of your health savings account. So if you did have investments in your account with Health Equity, you would need to cash those out. So if you had some assets tied up in an investment, you would actually need to sell those investments, wait till they turn into cash. Then once your account balance is showing just a cash balance, then you can do the transfer. So that's a little bit of pre-work if you need to do it. But however, if you want to move it in to a Fidelity, like I said, it's extremely simple. So you put in the partial transfer amount. Again, you need to leave at least $25 in there. Put your transfer amount. Fidelity institution. I'll put the address in the description so you can just copy and paste it. But this is the address. It's P.O. Box 77001, Cincinnati, Ohio. Put their zip code 45277. And then put your account number, which Fidelity, it starts with 399. 4 zeros, and then the account number. So when you go into your Fidelity, make sure you copy that full number for the account number so Fidelity has it. And then you just say, I'm requesting the balance to be sent check to this custodian, and then just hit next. And that's that starts the process. And so it's very simple. And then once you transfer it in there, it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks in my experience. It takes a little bit longer on the health savings account. It's going to be paused for a couple of weeks. But then you can start investing in your HSA with the power of Fidelity. And for me, I use the self-directed. And you have the full suite of not just 15 or 100 options with Fidelity HSA, but thousands of different stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, index funds. It's just that simple. So there you have it. That is how you max out and get the most out of your HSA. So regardless of who your employer uses for your HSA, you can transfer your money into Fidelity and have no limits of how much you can invest, no limits on what you can invest in. And you don't have to pay any of those pesky fees that you have. So again, if you found this information helpful, be sure to give it a like. Again, it really helps the channel out. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.